it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life, and today we are talking about the Cultivate What Matters 2022 Power Sheets Goal Planner. I am knee-deep into doing the prep for this. I am a little bit early at this still. I decided to make all of my goals except I have one space left for an additional goal, and I'll walk through like the basics of how this went, what I thought of the system, because I'm pretty far into it at this point. So I do want to discuss it a little bit. I found that for the most part, it was really helpful and great for brainstorming and really thinking about where you want things to go long term, and also just narrowing it down to this year. And I really liked that kind of like forward thinking aspect of it. But I also didn't like some of the like, I don't know, very like hokiness of it. And I think at some point you do have to have some sort of hokiness to it because you are planning out your future, planning out your life and dreaming big and having lofty goals. So you do have to have a little bit of that. But I found that it was a little bit, I don't know, I want to almost say like cookie cutter vibes, but I think they have to be kind of generic with things anyway. So I'm going to walk you through, not page by page or detail by detail, but I will show you some of my pages. Some of it is a little bit maybe more on the personal side because you are planning out your life, talking about what's important, what doesn't matter, things like that. So I will walk through. I did end up using so far 8 of the colors. They give you 10 colors for 8 goals, so you really get to just like pick what colors you want. I left off this lavender and the peachy color so far. Again, quarterly refreshes as you knock some things off your list. If they're not like full year goals and you knock them out early, you can do the quarterly refresh to use these two in different capacities. So they do give you the 10 colors, which I think is nice. I ended up using all the flowers that were right here, a couple of the hearts as well, and then one of the little sayings here. I also have the sticker book, so I ended up using quite a bit of the flowers, some additional banners, and also I think like 1 or 2 hearts were in the color system. Let's see, where are the hearts? Nope, just 1. They didn't have the little like lime green heart down there. So I ended up using that, and I'll show you how I decorated those goal pages in a minute. So as far as walking through, I feel like it was really helpful to go through all of this. Some of the pages I just didn't kind of know what to put on there. You also do the assessment page. This is where I was like, I felt kind of hokey. Get ready to break free. We're so quick to limit ourselves, deciding who we are, who we aren't, and what we can and cannot do. And he says, so where do you feel stuck? What lies have you believed about yourself or your life? And I felt like it was a little bit hokey. Who I really am, moving past fear. Like, what are you scared of? What are you afraid of? And I just didn't have a whole lot to put on these pages. They didn't really just speak to me like a lot of the other pages did. And maybe I need to dig deeper, possibly, to come up with better, more full answers for these pages. I don't know, I didn't find it. It says, if I were to step into my fears and take action, I would feel. This whole thing didn't work for me. I really liked the big picture, like what matters, what doesn't really matter. Here's also the big picture vision, like how do you see these categories in your life? And again, like it's kind of personal stuff, so I'm not gonna go through all of that, but I did find value in doing those pages. Now this is one of my absolute favorite pages, my cultivated year. It's time to make some decisions about where you'll spend your time this year. So you write what I'm saying yes to and what I'm saying no to. And I'm sure I can come up with more no's, but my main no's right now, mindless scrolling, incessant email checking, which I'm working on this month. It's one of my October goals. And then weekdays sleep lates. So I wrote that in there because Johnny and I will get Olivia off to school, and then we will both hop back in the bed for the hour or hour and a half that Stella is still sleeping because we get Olivia off to school early and Stella is a late sleeper. So we have that amount of time before he has to start work and before I have to start my day with various activities and play dates and things. So we can sneak in that like extra hour or hour and a half. And we've been so bad about doing that. We both ended up catching whatever little funky cold Olivia had really close to the beginning of the year, like the 3rd week of school. So we were like off to a good start for the school year, and then we caught that cold and then never managed to like get back to our early mornings. Like those mornings we would get her off to school, then we would work out and we would start our days a little bit early. We felt fresh. We felt like we were, you know, conquering the world. And then we just got in such a bad habit to go back to bed. So that is a big one. I'm just already working on that. I got up at 5:45 this morning, so I'm definitely not doing that anymore, but it's such a hard habit to break because I get her off to school and I was like, oh wow, I have an hour or an hour and a half to myself. And instead of like thinking, oh, I'm going to use that, I think, oh, I could be sleeping right now. So my mind is still wanting to do that. But those are my big ones so far. I'm sure I'm saying no to other things. I definitely want to say no to more of the like the busyness, the go, go, go. So I should probably write some of those in. Like we have just said yes to all the school things, all the first grader things, all the play dates, all the friend dates, all the birthday parties, all the activities. Well, she does one main activity, dance, but it's like taking over our life. So we definitely need to slow down a little bit on that. Like we can't always have something going on. We need some downtime. So that's going to be on this list too. But there's a lot of them on here. I will walk through these. While they're personal, they're not like really in-depth personal. So what I'm saying yes to, creativity. I'm going to really try to get back in here and scrap. Pushing my limits creatively and physically. So I want to see how far I can take my fitness journey and also push myself creatively. Taking YouTube seriously, like taking this channel seriously. And I've tried to up my game with that a little bit. What I'm saying yes to, family, healthy meals, fitness and movement, improving my cycling. So I want to get better endurance at that and be able to push more resistance or more cadence. Yes to the mom group. I love my group. Productive time. That goes with this not sleeping in, being more productive. Yes to date nights, which we already say yes to. Yes to quality time. Yes, fun with the girls. I want to plan more fun things. Right now we just don't have a whole lot of room to like plan arts and crafts and things because I feel like we're always doing something. Not taking things too seriously, like things that are not important. Of course, like important things I want to take seriously. What I'm saying yes to, recharge time. I just need some downtime and me time. Saying yes to myself, like putting myself on the priority list. Yes to Pelafando. Yes to building my community. Yes to growth. That could be growth for the community. That could be growth on YouTube. That could be personal growth. Yes to the hardcore on the floor calendar. That's also a Peloton thing. Yes to closing my rings, which is an Apple Watch. Yes to just being more myself. I feel like that's where I guess I do have fear because I'm such a shy, introverted, weirdo person and it's hard for me to come out of my shell, especially like meeting new people. It takes me a long time to warm up to people. I don't know, I feel like I have to trust them before I can really let loose with them. And so that's where my mom group has been great. I've really come out of my shell, out of my comfort zone and been most authentic with that group and a couple of my girlfriends that I have outside of that group. But that's where I really am like, just kind of like smile and nod if we're in big groups and don't really say a whole lot. And I'm just basically there. So that's something I need to work on personality wise. And then this one, this is where I felt was really hokey. Imagine it, your intentional year. And it's basically like a Mad Lib. You go back and you summarize some of the pages. Like these traits will shine in me. And it's page 17. So you have to go look at your page 17, what you wrote, and like come up with a summary for the page 17. So I didn't really like this one a whole lot. Didn't really speak to me. I did love this. It broke down your habits into three kinds of, or not habits, it broke down your goals into three types. So you have your habits. Those are just like action things that you get into routines and rhythms on, and then they become part of your everyday life without really thinking twice about it. And then finish line goals inspired by key areas of your life. They can be completed in a space of a year and are specific and measurable. So like one of my goals is I want to run a 5K. That's a measurable finish line type goal. And then big dreams are really pie in the sky type goals. They may take longer than 1 year. They may be on your power sheets for the next year. So there's a few of those on here as well. So I kind of mapped out like some of my ideas for goals for those. Rough draft of yearly goals. I'm just brainstorming. And then this is my main list. You can look at it. I will talk more details about these coming up in a dedicated 2022 goals videos. But here's like my starting point here. I did use my color tags here and I have one left. We're nearing the end of October, but I still have space to come up with one more. And of course I can move these around. Of course they're not set in stone because you have the quarterly refreshes, so you totally can change them up. You evaluate, you do some listing, you refresh your goals. It's basically the same exact page. My yearly goals, this is my refreshed goals. So you rewrite them, change some of them however you need to change them. I will probably end up doing that. So after that, this is about where I am right now. Make it easy to remember where to focus. So you're basically coming up with your word of the year. So I wrote out a bunch of words and I don't know that any of them encompass fully what I'm trying to do. Like I'm trying to stretch to my limits, be the best that I can be, push myself to learn and grow and come up with these habits, harness my inner strength. I don't know, I like the phrase rock steady. So I put steady on there, ease, like making things easier on myself, things like that. Like, I don't know that any of them are the exact right word yet. And for me, I have said, like, I have a one little word for a year, but I've never really done a whole lot with it aside from just saying, that's my word. I never really dug into it and really held on to it. So I don't know about this. I don't know if I really will stick to a word necessarily, but these are some of the words that were resonating with me. And then I need to map out my vision board, and then I'll show you guys one of my goals. I'll talk in more detail on these. I haven't finished these up completely, but I did decorate all of them. So I have them marked here with their color, with a banner. And then I took the same color and put a little heart on this page and then a little banner on the following page. So they're still showing the yellow a bunch. I do need to get all the daughters, not daughters, dot pens, Zig Clean Colored Dot Singles. These are the ones that I have. I have the pink one out with my planner right now, so I like the pink. But I want to get the matching ones so that I can definitely dot and color code moving forward, like on the tending list coming up in January. You can color code all these different things, all the different things you write and list on all these things. So you can color code them according to the color you marked for them. So I really like that I can keep it all kind of organized and make sure my tending list covers at least parts of these yearly goals each month, so I can kind of cover them. But I haven't filled out a lot of these things yet. I haven't really done a whole lot of the brainstorming, just like a rough sketch outline of some of the brainstorming. So I've got the yellow, the blue, the green, pink, okay, that's the teal, that's the green. Those two are really close together. The lime, the light pink color, and then the orange is the blank one that I still have yet to do. So I have 7 of my 8 goals just generalized. Like the goal itself is pretty general, and then I go more specific on the like detail page where I'm gonna be able to use that detail page to map out what I want to accomplish on my tending lists each month. So I'll be flipping back and forth looking at all those to make my tending lists coming up. But that's pretty much how far I've gotten. I'll still need one more goal that I can think about. I still need to work on these pages quite a bit more. Like here's my fitness one. I wrote out like some of my main ideas for fitness. It says move my body, gain strength and endurance. That'll be all of my fitness related things will be encompassed in this move my body, gain strength and endurance. So like I want to close my rings. That'll be a daily habit. I want to do so many rides. Like I want to get to 500 rides. That's a big habit that I'll work towards each month. But I still need to map out a lot of this stuff. So I was just copying my goal over, writing out my why and my reasoning, and then do the decorating and also doing some rough draft type writing. So I still have a lot of room. I still can write more notes in here between things, but I just wanted to get like a basic outline written out and brainstorm session going. So that's what I did a little bit this morning and then this afternoon. So I still need to find my words, still need to do my vision board, still need to tweak and finish off these goal action plan and break your goals down pages. And then I will be ready for closer to January to move into that. So looking forward, I got my goal action plan. There's my orange one. I still have my yearly overview. And then wildcard pages, they did get delivered today, so I've got to go check the mail. Unfortunately, in Texas, at least in Austin, most mailboxes are cluster mailboxes, so I have to actually walk to the mailbox, and I just didn't do it yet. So I'll have to do that tomorrow. There's room for wildcards, and then like even on these pages, like I'll read the quote once, but I'm not going to refer back to these quotes a whole lot of times, so I could definitely be pasting more wildcards into these pages. That is just a look at how it's going. I think overall, I've really liked the process so far. I still have a few months left in the year, so I will go probably read through these again, make more notes here and there. And of course, these are made to be super messy. So like I've crossed things out. My handwriting is horrible. Like nothing's neat, nothing's tidy, but that's just the way it is. That's basically all it is. You're brainstorming, writing it down, and trying to come up with those goals. So I probably will take my goal sheet and make it a nicer looking sheet and have it formally in my other planner that I'm using for the year. So I'll have it right with me at all times to just keep an eye on things. I would highly recommend it so far. I've really liked it. I love the tending list. I made one for November. I'm itching to get started on it. I still have a week to go in this month, but I really like the tending list. I'm going to start using it in November because I have 2 goals to get through the end of this year. And I'll talk more about that come November. I'll go down my attending list with you guys. I'll probably end up doing a month in review for October because I have been working on a few goals that I talked about in my October goals video. I'll probably write out one of these for October and walk through it with you guys. But that, I think, covers everything. I'm just still working on it. I just wanted to give you my progress update. So far, I really enjoyed the prep sheets, and I've used some of the Moxie Life printables too. I've got goals and ideas written out on some of these Moxie Life things too. And there's my Project Life list I'm working my way through, which I'm ahead on. I'm working on Project Life February 2021, which is good. So I've knocked out a bunch of those goals that I had. So I think that is it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. Sorry, it may have gone a little rambly, but I'm just very excited about being more productive and planning out, dreaming big, and getting it all written down and sharing it with you guys. So I hope you guys are well. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you're liking these planner and goal planner videos. Be sure to follow me along so you can keep up with my videos, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.